almighty Thursday Night Football. Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers. And guys, this Thursday Night Football game is about to deliver a heavyweight NFC clash. The Washington Commanders head into Lambeau Field to take on the Green Bay Packers, and this matchup has all the makings of an early season statement game. Both teams are 1-0. Both teams look sharp week one, and both teams are trying to belong that they belong at the top of the NFC conversation. But when we talk about this conversation, it all has to go towards Micah Parsons right off the bat. The Micah Parsons effect, the Micah Parsons impact. Micah Parsons, right? Because that is the big thing that is happening in Green Bay. And his Packers debut wasn't just good, it was half the show. It was flat out show, right? 3 pressures, 1 sack, and he was in Jared Goff's lap all night in that win over Detroit. You can feel Lambeau Field come alive every single time Micah Parsons made a play. Matter of fact, every time he came on the field, the crowd got crazy. That defense looked completely different with him on the field. But here's where things get really, really interesting heading into Thursday Night Football. Parsons flat out owned Washington in his career. Let's just be honest. We're talking about 10.5 sacks against Commanders alone. More than against any other team in the NFL. Last season alone, he sacked Jaden Daniels 4.5 times in just 2 games. That's pure domination, baby. Now let's fast forward to this week. If the Green Bay Packers keep Parsons lined up in the left side like they did for week one, he's going to see rookie tackle Josh Cornley Jr. And listen, Cornley already had his hands full against the Giants pass rush last week. If Washington doesn't scheme help, if they don't chip, double, or roll Daniels out, it could be a long, long night for Jaden Daniels. Parsons could completely wreck this game plan all by himself. And here's the wrinkle. If the Packers have been careful in the past against dual threat quarterbacks. They don't always go full out on the pass rush. Sometimes they try to keep those guys boxed in the pocket. So the question becomes, do they let Parsons pin back his ears and go? Or do they ask him to stay disciplined and contain Jaden Daniels? Either way, guys, Micah Parsons is the X factor for Thursday Night Football, in my opinion. He's already proven he can terrorize Washington, and he's in the system that looks like built for him to shine. So in the comments down below, guys, let me ask you this. Will Micah Parsons have over 1.5 sacks on Thursday Night Football versus the Washington Commanders? Or is he just going to be a shell of himself? Comment down below. I want to hear what you guys think. Remember, guys, hit the hype button, subscribe, and hit the like button as well. Remember, we're live Monday through Thursday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/manhour. Now, this is a live interactive show, so go ahead and drop your comments down below. I want to hear your thoughts. Let's see here. DMVZO says shootout incoming. 2 high-powered offenses clashing. DMVZO, I agree with you. The Commanders have a great offense. The Packers have a great offense. But on the flip side of that coin, Packers have a pretty damn good defense. Matter of fact, right now, I would put the Packers as the top 10 defense in the NFL. I'm not worried about the stats. I'm worried about my eye test. Packers have a top 10, if not a top 5 defense in the NFL right now. The Commanders definitely have a top 10 defense as well. They're old. Let's not get it crazy. They are old, but they're still pretty damn good. And we know on Thursday Night Footballs, especially early in the season, we're going to see a vanilla offense. We're going to see a vanilla defense from both teams. Let's just be flat honest about it. There's no sugarcoating about it. The biggest growth from week 1 to week 2, or the biggest growth in a NFL season is from week 1 to week 2. However, when you only got 3 days of practice, 4 days of practice, the growth gets stunted just a little bit. Just get stunted a little bit. I'm going to see a very, very basic fundamental. Give the ball to Josh Jacobs. Give the ball to one of the plethora of Washington's running backs, whether it's Debo, whether it's the starting, the rookies, whoever they got, right? Whoever's going to run the ball for Washington this week, I think it's going to be a defensive battle. I'm thinking 17-14. Nice defensive slugfest, but shootout would be nice too. We always like boys. My bad. Woo. I swear I've never smoked a day in my life, but damn, I felt like I just got a smoker cough there. Shay Fraser says Micah may go for the MJ or Brady effect. We will see tomorrow. What do you mean by that, Shay? You mean he's going to get sick and play amazing? Or is he not going to shine when the lights matter the most? Like, well, what do you mean by the MJ effect? Obviously, I think we're talking about Michael Jordan. I'm assuming we're talking about Michael Jordan. But what do you mean by that? I'm curious, Shay. What do you mean? Poorly on the right side. So we've revamped the opposite line who played New York well. And I'm not, so DMVZO is obviously a commander. Block Micah Parsons. Get out of town. I'm not saying Laramie Tunsil is a terrible offensive lineman, but there's a reason why they let him just kind of just walk away. Let's just be honest about it. Now, the grass might be greener on the other side for Laramie, right? Maybe he's got that little bit of juice back into him. Maybe he's loving life a little bit more. But when you have a rookie lineman versus a veteran like Micah Parsons, it could be a long, long day. Could be. But how do you guys defeat Micah Parsons? Everybody and their dog knows this by now. How do you defeat Micah Parsons? No, we've only been ranting and raving after the last, 2, 3, 4 months. You run at him. Run at Micah Parsons. Run the RPO at Micah Parsons. He will fold like a Dollar General chair. That is what it is. Derek says he's getting 2 sacks for sure, baby. Derek says, hold my beer. Micah Parsons is going to put on his best Max Crosby out there, guys. Derek is a Raiders fan. Oh, bless his soul. Bless his soul. Bless his soul. But yeah, if Micah Parsons plays at least 60 to 70% of the snaps on defense, he will definitely get his sacks. Because Jaden Daniels keeps the ball a lot. And even though it's not a true sack, as long as you tackle him behind the line of scrimmage, the quarterback counts as a sack. So definitely the odds are in his favor. Alpha Rob says, till the Packers start running the ball. So Alpha Rob is saying, yes, DMVZO, it might be a shootout. First half, second half, third quarter, it might be a shootout. But the minute Josh Jacobs starts getting that rock, they're going to slow the time down. They're going to slow the game down. And it's all going to be a one-score game after that. That's what Alpha Rob's saying. DMVCO says, our new D-line, Ken Law, who is 6'5" and dominated Sunday, Payne, Eddie, Goldman, and a great run stop in our new secondary, Lattimore. I don't know how, Central, is that how you say his name? And the second round, Romy, Amos looked locked up Malik Neighbors. DMVZO, you are preaching to the choir. You are preaching to the choir. Yes, you locked down the New York Football Giants. Yes, you only held the New York Football Giants to what? 167 total yards or something crazy like that. You held them to 6 points. You locked it. Yes, you dominated the New York Giants. Do not get that twisted. However, it's the New York Giants. It's a team that hasn't had a winning season since Daniel Jones 2022. A team that's been in rebuild mode for the last 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 years. A team that cannot get out of their own way. Now, I do think the Giants will be better. They're highly being slept on, I feel. But right now, with Russell Wilson at the helm, the Giants are nothing to write home about. So yes, it is exciting to get that week 1 dominated win over an inferior opponent, like you should. Like you should. But let's not get crazy. It's still the New York Giants. Until otherwise proven along, we're going to put it's still the New York Giants. Just like Aaron Rodgers went out there and dominated his whole team, it's still the New York Jets. Right? Just like how the Denver Broncos went out there and played a damn good complete game versus the Tennessee Titans, which they didn't. It's still the Tennessee Titans. Right? Like, you kind of get what, like, I'm not trying to discredit the win. I'm not trying to, but the facts are the facts. And the facts are that it is still the New York Giants. James Frank is in the chat. What's up, James?
Pigskin pun. Get you some.
He said, it'll be a good game. I'm taking the Commanders, but a close game, though. And that's tough. That's tough, James, because you're taking not only the underdog, I feel. I haven't looked at the point spreads, but I feel like they are the underdog. A road team on Thursday Night Football in Lambeau. James, now we know why you're a Browns fan. Because you have 3 strikes against you there, boom, boom, boom. But you're still going to root with your heart out. Shay says, Micah changed the whole team dynamic. And Shay, you are correct to an extent. I think the Green Bay Packers were a good team anyways. I think the Green Bay Packers are poised to make a deep playoff run as is. Adding Micah put that pressure on them. Put that Super Bowl window on them. Win now or go home. DMVZO says, we shall see tomorrow, but I promise y'all, we'll be shocked tomorrow, bro. I'm not going to be shocked about the Commanders at all. Because we saw what the Commanders did last season. My boy Jeter is a huge Commanders fan. Jeter's been, matter of fact, last season, Jeter talked up Jaden Daniels so much that I had to go out and buy a freaking Jaden Daniels jersey. And I'm a Cowboys fan. So I got that Jaden Daniels jersey hanging up in the closet next to my Micah Parsons Cowboy jersey. Yeah, it is what it is. James Frank says, keywords locked down the New York Giants. Preach, James. Preach, brother. Say it with your chest, baby. Will Lawson's in the chat today. What's up, Will? He says, I honestly don't care for either of these teams, but I think the Commanders will win 23-20. I think it is going to be a very, very close game, Will. And honestly, if you pick the Commanders, if you pick the Packers, I haven't made a pick yet, but I can see both sides of the coin. I can see why one you would choose one or the other. I 100% agree with that. But let's talk about